Hey everyone, my name is Cole, and welcome back to Cole Protocol Films. Well, I just recorded my review for the Minecraft movie, and I realized I was not recording on my mic, so I'm redoing all of this. I'm gonna lose my mind. But anyways, the Minecraft movie has been a very long and heavily anticipated movie. It has been in development for almost 10 years, so many different names attached from directors, actors, but it is finally here. Months ago, we saw the first trailer for the movie, and let's just say, even in my opinion, it looked horrible. It looked like garbage. No one understood why they would put human characters in this animated world and would have such terrible lighting composition for such a highly budgeted movie, and they just continued to go with it. But to my surprise, this movie, in my opinion, does not suck. And also why I believe it is still kind of a bad movie, but also kind of good. I don't know, let's just get into it. So the Minecraft movie, let's just be honest, is not the cinematic masterpiece that some people might have hoped for, but I don't believe that deserves to be completely bashed and or forgotten. To talk about the story, it is kind of non-existent. It's pretty straightforward. There's just four misfits. Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, played by Jason Momoa, who is actually very excellent in this movie, along with some characters named Henry, Natalie, and Dawn, who are really not that important in my eyes. They were not the standouts. These characters ultimately get zapped or teleport into the world of Minecraft. Da-da-da, spoiler alert. Their mission is to team up with Steve, aka Jack Black, the ultimate crafter in this world, to battle the nefarious mage queen Malgosha and her piglin army. Is it predictable? Sure. But remember, this is a movie based off a video game where punching trees is a legit survival tactic. And going into this movie, I was heavily concerned with seeing Jack Black at the cast. This is not really a surprise to many people, but I would say of late, maybe 83% of the movies that Jack Black is in are pretty garbage. And I don't think that is to bash him, but of course nowadays he is the same character in every movie. He's kind of been that his entire career, but I feel like of late he has lost that charm that I felt like we all grew up with in the 2000s, for example. But here, I think he actually finds something, and maybe that's because Jared Hess and him are reuniting for the first time since, I believe, Nacho Libre, which, if you don't know, Jared Hess also did Napoleon Dynamite. He is kind of a really good comedy director, and he's a really good choice for this movie, in my opinion. But something that really surprised me is that Jack Black had excellent chemistry with Jason Momoa, which, Jason Momoa, some people love him, some people hate him. I don't really have a strong opinion on him, but a performance I really did appreciate from him was his performance in Fast X. It was very full of itself, very over the top, but it was very funny and he had a great time with it, and I just like watching actors enjoy what they do. Jack Black's over the top energy with Jason Momoa's character being a kind of a washed up gaming champion bring a nice mix of bravado and almost like brotherhood that I was not expecting. It was almost homosexual, if you've heard that term. I'm sorry. And their chemistry was very unexpected, but it worked. And honestly, it carried the movie for me. Almost every joke that they had between each other made me laugh because it was very almost, I feel like it was kind of a relatable thing, and it was very well timed. And with that humor that I mentioned, I feel like a lot of the jokes in this movie actually land I would say over half the time. Not every single joke is a masterpiece, but I feel like it's not going to be a movie that will necessarily age like milk 5 minutes after leaving the theater. And I know of late, a lot of people are comparing the Minecraft movie to the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and there is a understandable comparison there with how the Super Mario movie, of course, had these big actors in it, but it was all purely animated, where this has the human characters in the animated world. Very weird decision still. I don't know why they did that, but I feel like this might be a hot take. The Minecraft movie is a better movie than the Super Mario Bros. Film. And I am kind of I guess you could say, a hater of the Super Mario Bros. Movie because I believe it is the most generic, corporate, underwhelming, not easily rewatchable animated movie of the last few years, and it is so insane that that movie made $1 billion because I believe it is painfully overrated. And when you watch that movie, a lot of the jokes aren't that funny. It's just kind of a nice turn your brain off, don't think about anything. You're just kind of there and you go into a trance. This movie, I feel like there's actually some nice humor that really brings you back in for more. And I think I am more forgiving of the mistakes of the Minecraft movie because at the end of the day, the film took a lot of risks. There's a lot of chances and choices made from the director and the team writing it that are pretty unconventional, but at the same time, it didn't play it safe. They took a lot of risk making the decisions of having the live action, of having some of these jokes that might not get greenlit in most movies, and I really appreciated and respected that from the filmmakers. And I believe why the Minecraft movie works for me so much is because it acknowledges its video game roots and it kind of dives into it and it embraces how silly it is and how I think at the end of the day, I'm not sure how this movie would have really worked any other way. If you made it just all animated, including the characters, I'm not sure if people would almost correlate too much to like the machinima days, or if you have like that kind of Telltale Minecraft game that came out a few years ago. I don't remember the name. I just don't know how people would take it really seriously, or I guess respect it in a certain way. And I feel like even though no one's taking this seriously, there is still a charm to watching it and something that's very unique, even though it's still not great. It's so weird because I just don't know how this movie would have really worked. I still don't think this movie was really that necessary, but it is still not horrible. Of course, there's some crafting montages and some unexpected musical numbers, which I was kind of joking around my friends prior, saying I was hoping that it would that would happen in the movie, just because I think it was kind of stupid and just would be funny, and it made me laugh a few times because there's like actual like 3 to 4 songs in the movie, and it's clear the creators decide to have fun of it, and that's what I really appreciate about this movie. It knows what it is, it doesn't try to overcomplicate it. The filmmakers decided to just kind of throw all this together, and it worked for me. And along with the story, of course, it is very generic, predictable. Nothing really happens, I guess. Well, like, stuff happens, but it isn't really important. But I kind of like that they took that route of focusing more on the comedy, giving it the front seat, and kind of embracing that, yeah, no one's going to care about the story. No one's going to really care about the moral dilemma between characters and their development throughout the movie. And it kind of just worked for me. And it's not a great movie, like I mentioned, but something about it is very charming, and I kind of appreciate how they didn't waste my time with stuff I did not care about. There weren't any emotional, sappy moments where it tried to almost have a weird connection to people. It just wanted to be funny and be a good time, and I really respect that honesty from the filmmakers. And of course, the movie is still flawed, as I've mentioned. There are some weird plot contrivances, and there are certain scenes that feel a bit too stretched out, and some scenes and moments that are kind of underdeveloped. And if you're going into a Minecraft movie hoping for a great and profound antagonist, you're not going to have one. Extremely forgettable. This kind of piglin witch queen, she is very underwhelming. There are a few funny moments at the end of her character between her and Jack Black, but overall very forgettable, and that is a unfortunate part of this movie, is that other than Jack Black and Jason Momoa, a lot of the characters are simply forgettable. But amidst the chaos, there is still that charm that I've mentioned that kind of kept me invested in the movie. Of course, I keep mentioning the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but I do believe that the Minecraft movie does not completely suck, and it actually is kind of worth your time to go see if you want something that's just kind of funny and not a complete piece of garbage like Snow White. And it is a movie where it's a weird creative decision having human characters that with poor lighting composition in this animated world, and the story is not very coherent and isn't very special or anything, but I would say the humor is something that won't age poorly, and there's not too much fan service to where it feels like it's like a Marvel movie where it's trying to please you. I feel like it's a movie you can go in, turn your brain off, have a good time, and I feel like typically I would be more critical of these movies, but I think I liked the sincerity from the filmmakers to respect that a lot of people do not care about the story of a Minecraft movie, and that they're not going to be overanalyzing the character dynamics, and it just worked for me. I don't know what I can say. If you're on the fence about seeing the movie, Jack Black and Jason Momoa 69, and I'm not joking, so there. Do what you will with that. If you want a movie that I believe will have better rewatchability than the Super Mario Bros., I recommend the Minecraft movie. I don't think it's horrible, and a lot of people are bashing it a little more than I expected, but of course, to each their own. I just don't think it is the worst thing in the world. And at the very least, go for Jason Momoa and Jack Black. They are excellent together. Their relationship made me laugh a ton, and there was a lot of great jokes in this that I think I will keep laughing a few more times if I ever were to rewatch this movie. It's not the end game of video game adaptations, but it does not deserve to be buried forever. Absolutely not. It's a film that knows what it is. It's a bit awkward, very predictable, but ultimately kind of endearing. Overall, I don't think it is a complete waste of time. It is not corporate slop and generic pieces of garbage like Snow White and the Super Mario Bros. Movie. If you're up for a laugh and can appreciate a film that doesn't take itself too seriously, go ahead and give it a watch. Just don't expect a cinematic masterpiece. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And also stay tuned because I'll be dropping my new short film Metamorph in probably a few weeks. I don't have an official date yet. Maybe by the time this video is out, you'll see a trailer or a poster. I have no clue. But yeah, just thanks for watching. I appreciate it, guys. So have a good day. Peace.